Welcome to Reddit Stories with myself, Stef, and
Joe Clark.
that's old Josephine. Okay, Joe, let's jump in. A user posted about a dilemma involving a homemade casserole. The user's girlfriend loves to cook and often prepares this dish, which the user has grown tired of eating. Despite appreciating the effort, the user candidly expressed a desire for variety and suggested dining out occasionally. This led to a disagreement, as the girlfriend felt her cooking was being undervalued. The user turned to Reddit to ask if their stance on wanting to eat out more often instead of having the same casserole repeatedly made them an asshole.
So she is good at doing this casserole. She likes to make this casserole. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any variety? Does she switch it up, change it, or anything like that? It sounds like she just does the same thing over and over.
Judging by OP, it's not varied, is it? She's probably got a way of doing it,
Yep.
whether it's beef or whether it's chicken. It's the same every week.
Right. Yeah, and it's going to get bored.
You're going to get bored. You are going to get bored. But then I think about the delivery of which she said it. Is it like, oh, Joe, do you fancy popping out for dinner tonight? Let's mix it up a bit.
Okay.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be lovely.
Take you out for dinner. Or is it, I'm so fucking bored of this casserole, love. Let's go out.
Well, yeah, she needs to expand her repertoire, doesn't she?
You think she does? You think that
Well, yeah.
he's got a point?
Well, only in as much as what else are they eating? What other options are there other than this casserole? If you can do one casserole, you can do another casserole, can't you?
Well, you can. That's coming from your point of view as a cook, though. Like, you're a brilliant cook. You cook a load of things. I'm not a cook, so I come from a place of, like, I don't cook. You're cooking a meal for me.
Right.
Thank you very much. There's huge gratitude in that.
Okay.
I'm happy to do the washing up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a meal if he's gone years with a meal that he doesn't enjoy, just go in with that because he doesn't want to upset her. I feel sorry for the bloke.
Right.
But if it was me and I enjoyed the casserole, I wouldn't moan. I'd just be like, hey, do you fancy going out tonight? If I wasn't feeling casserole.
Yeah. And that would be okay. And she'd be open to that. But she in some way feels that he is putting her down or saying that her cooking isn't that great. Perhaps.
Is it the cooking or the repetition? It's the repetition, isn't it?
It's the repetition, yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah. And that makes sense to me. Because you wouldn't want to eat the same thing over and over. But like you say, if your circumstances were such that you were just grateful to have food in your belly, then you don't mind how many times you eat casserole.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because I just bung a pizza in the bloody microwave every night. So if someone was cooking me a casserole, I'd be like, oh, you're Jesus. I'd be really happy with that.
So is he the arsehole? Is that
He's asking if he is the arsehole in this situation.
Like you say, it's the way he frames it. It's all about the delivery, isn't it? It's all about how he proposes an alternative.
Yeah.
And if he's not very kind about it, or he's quite insensitive about it, then she's going to be affronted.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you say, if you say, come on, let's go out for dinner tonight.
I'm always mindful with these Reddit stories as well, because it's coming from the person who kind of wants validation. He's asking, am I the arsehole?
Yeah.
But have you given us a clear outline of the delivery of how you asked her? No,
not really.
No. So it makes me think, have you told us the truth? Have you given us enough context to judge whether you're the arsehole or not? Not without hearing the whole conversation and the tonality.
Yeah.
So it's like, But especially he does need to address the problem that he is bored of the food.
But the context isn't quite complete either, because you haven't got any idea of what other meals are being made.
She's just doing a casserole every night.
Casserole.
Oh, darling, what's for dinner? Oh, it's casserole again.
No, it can't be. That would just be crazy. But it might be that it's ready meals, or it's something that's plain and simple.
She's popped to Tesco. She's got a casserole that she gets every day. You know, it's free for a tenner this week, love. Fill the freezer up.
Cooking a casserole, but the rest of the week, they're having that twice or three times a week or whatever. And then the rest of the time, the only meal that she actually does really cook from scratch is the casserole. So everything else is coming in a packet.
It's me though. It's like I'll make do. I'll have a pizza every night. How many calories is that? Right, you say it lacks context, but there is an update.
Let's hear more.
Okay. In an update, the original poster shared that the situation had escalated, leading to a significant argument with their girlfriend. The original poster felt remorseful for not appreciating their girlfriend's cooking and realised the importance of communication, which was desperately lacking, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
And compromise in their relationship. The Reddit community weighed in, with many advising the original poster to express gratitude and work together with their girlfriend to find a solution that satisfied both parties. And I think the Reddit users have done well there.
Yes.
Because they can be quite cutting. They're like, you're a
Right.
fucking arsehole, be grateful.
Yeah.
And part of me goes to that place, you know?
Right.
I think that's both sided. As long as he's delivered it in a nice way.
Yeah.
You know, it was important to have that conversation, but I recognise she's felt attacked as well, you know?
Yeah, she feels undervalued, doesn't she? Because he's saying she thinks her casserole is amazing. She thinks it's fabulous, it's nutritious, it tastes great. Why would he not be grateful?
This is a balanced meal, husband.
Yes.
It's got the right amount of protein,
Absolutely.
fat, salt and sugar in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it fills you up. It's lovely, comforting food. Yeah. So she thinks she's doing a great job. He turns around and says, let's go out for dinner. And maybe, like you say, the delivery is what it's all about.
And I think in a relationship as well, you feel like it's going stale or stagnant, don't you? Oh, yeah, it's casserole again. Like you're 30 or something and you're like, oh, I'm coming home to the same. It's just monotonous.
Yeah.
That's not healthy.
Is there a reflection of the relationship is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
Yeah. It's like there's no like there's comfort in certainty, but there's
why isn't he cooking? Why isn't he taking the lead and saying, well, let's buy a wok.
Let's buy do a couple of stir fries this week.
Why not?
Oh, I think that's nice. That's nice. I mean, the extent of my cooking repertoire, as you know, mind you, I made you Thai green curry.
You did?
Is Mexican general. Well, I'd say Mexican. It's just the heaters. But do you know what burning question I have for the original poster?
Go on.
Please tell me you do the washing up at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a dishwasher or whatever, but yeah. I mean, is he playing his part? Is he doing his fair share? Who knows? Domestic equality, I don't think exists.
No, and it does sound like it's an old school relationship, doesn't it?
Perhaps, yeah. Although I perceive that as being quite a young couple.
It felt that way, didn't it? It read that way. Yeah. Is he the arsehole? It's interesting because you're coming from a point of understanding from his point of view, and I'm coming from a point of understanding from hers.
Yes.
I suppose that's because you cook and are terrific and vary it for the boys constantly. Mind you, maybe they could cook. I don't know. I don't know how it is for you.
Yeah, they cook.
Yeah, so that's
Adam's a brilliant cook, and Matt will do very well 7 times out of 10, and then 3 times he just makes a complete and utter mess of it. But
he gave it a go.
He'll give it a go. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So so you've got that. You've got that variety with your family, I suppose.
I think what it is people have to fall in love with food, but not in the volume, not in the quantity or the convenience of it. The actual flavors and the combination of flavors. And I think once you get, that sort of passion for food, and I won't say I've got a passion, but it's something close to that now. It's developed over time. I think then you're wanting to, to give people something that is over and above what they would get if they went out and spent £40 a head in a restaurant.
Yeah, and you deliver on that. That's what's phenomenal. When I had those bloody meatballs, I was like, whoa. I think I had 20 of them or something. That's so good. So honestly, to me, you know me very well. I don't consider myself a chef. I'm not particularly interested in cooking. So when someone can cook and someone cooks me a delicious meal, they are God to me at that point. but I recognise I might have some talents. That's not one of them. But you put passion into your cooking.
That's a muscle that just hasn't been exercised.
It's laziness, I suppose.
But that's what I'm saying. Here, it's about getting people to, really invest emotion into food, and not the kind of, I'll eat and eat and eat until I feel better. Not that kind of emotion, but the emotion around how food comes together, how the different flavors, work, and how exciting it is to taste something new.
Like tapas, like experimental as well. Yeah. Different things, variety.
Where did tapas come from?
What, the word?
Yes.
Me saying tapas, not tapas. It's a show called IT Crowd. Okay. I got corrected by a character called Maurice Moss.
Really?
Yes. Because one of the characters goes, tapas. Like, what's tapas? Tapas. And I was like, okay, I'll start saying tapas. So I'm not meaning to sound grandiose or pompous, but that apparently is how you say it. Okay. Or maybe I've been gaslit. But there's another Reddit
been
story.
Gaslit, to be fair. Yeah.
So are there any arseholes in this story? It's just miscommunication.
I think it's miscommunication. I don't know enough about either of them. She seems the more sort of, the sort of passive person in the situation, in this particular scenario. And she's just doing what she thinks is right and she's happy with. And he's come along and said, that he wants something different. She could be open to that and say, yeah, wonderful, let's do that, let's go out. Or they could sit and have a conversation about how they could do things differently.
Yeah.
And that's about expanding her menu, and it's about cracking on and getting involved.
Yeah.
If it isn't already, we don't know, because there's not quite enough context.
And then there's not enough context. And the way you've put that, I mean, that's very black and white, but you need to, like, when they sit down and engage meaningfully, they should both engage it with excitement. It's like, okay, darling, you're bored of the casserole. What other things would you like to see throughout the week? Mm-hmm. I'll buy a wok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And a slow cooker. And then, but he needs to go, right, how can I contribute? What shall I bring to the table?
Yeah.
If you'll pardon the pun.
Absolutely. And that's the solution, isn't it? And maybe that's what has transpired from the responders.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Reddit users have done well there with their response. You need to communicate better. But it's interesting that this person went to a forum to kind of like justify their actions.
Yeah, that does make you kind of think, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make yourself feel better? Are you telling us the full context here, or do you know you were an arsehole?
Yeah, or maybe they had a discussion and she said, you're being an arsehole. And he said, well, I don't think I am being an arsehole. He would normally go and ring his mum or ring his sister or call a mate.
Yeah.
But he's chosen to go.
The court of public opinion, yeah? That
play to him, yeah. He's going to get lots of different views.
Yeah, they won't all have been positive. No way. Be like,
some people will be saying, yes, you're an absolute arsehole. And some people are saying, not at all.
No. Well, I think we've explored that one quite thoroughly. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for joining us here on Josephine and Steph's Reddit Stories. Catch you on the next one.
Yay. Yay.